Morning everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets, see what's happening in the markets, look at the Bitcoin charts, look at a few other charts. I'm going to be talking about a Chinese project that could be set to double, hopefully before the end of the year. I'm going to say conservatively before the end of the year, and I'll show you kind of why I'm thinking that as well. I'm not going to go into too much depth about it, I'm just going to give you my thoughts on it as well. And we'll look at a couple of other news stories as well. First of all, we're going to see if we're live or not, just to make sure everything is up and running, just as usual. We've got some people in the chat area that I see, so we'll dive straight over to the chat area. Got a few people in. If you're in and watching just now, just leave a comment. Let me know where you're from in the world. That would be good. To let me know where you're from in the world, just to encourage you to leave a comment. A lot of people do leave comments and just interact. I want this to be an interactive channel, and it always has been, always will be. This is about you more than me. It's not about me being a celebrity or anything. Not that it is, because it's not that big a channel, but it's not about me, it's about you, what you want to know as well. So if you've got any charts you want me to look at, put it in the comments as well, and I'll get to them later on. And if you've got any kind of questions or anything, put it in the chat as well. But just to encourage you to go into the chat and be participative, is just to kind of let me know where you are in the world. Okay, we'll dive over and we'll see what is happening. Just make sure the sound is okay, sound's okay, and lighting is okay. Okay, we have David D is in the house, first one in the house this morning. Good to see you here. David, I didn't seen your kind of comment on the C-Red. I didn't actually check that out. I've not checked it out. I was just checking out again. I couldn't remember you kind of posting that, so I do apologise. Mike D, one of our Brown admins, is in the house. Welcome to you. James Oklahoma, another Brown admin, is in the house as well. Good to see you, James. We have Balance is in. Good to see you here. I don't think I've seen you here before unless you've gone under another name. G-Slick is in the house. Mervyn Skidmore, Mark Paulin, Crypto Cannabis is back with us. Stephen King is with us. Jason Clayton is back with us as well. Good to see you here, Jason. Marcus Jafari, Mitch Dieter, Crypto Don Juan is with us. Coco is in. There's a few people in the house, so good to see everybody here again. Thank you very much for being here and joining me for a wee coffee and crypto as well. So just go through some of the comments just now very quickly. C-Red, I didn't see that. I'll need to check that out again, David. I do apologise. I'm very bullish on BNB right now, but only expecting but a double or a triple, which I would be thrilled with considering utility and less risk. Yeah, I still think BNB is going to do amazing. Binance is going to do brilliant. Been saying that for ages. It's going to be a $100 coin waiting to happen. I've been saying that, so that will come. When is ADA up? It will go up. Cardano is going to go up. Don't worry about it. It's just a matter of accumulating just now. It is down just now, probably to one of its lowest levels, but it will go back up. Cardano, as there's too much staked in Cardano just now for it not to go up, and there's too many supporters and just too much of an infrastructure there for Cardano not to go up in the future as well. So it's just patience with this. Same with everything else. It's patience with Bitcoin. It's gone up, and you're going to have another patience kind of holding period as well for Bitcoin. If it goes back down again, it's all about patience. If you can practice that and learn that, then you're golden. Mervyn Skidmore, morning all. Just bought another Bitcoin, so the kids are having an imagination Christmas this year. Excellent, love it. Geez, like when Lambo. Tomorrow is when Lambo. Already sold one of her kidneys. Right, David D, Crypto Cannabis, you might be interested in C-Red news and demonstration in San Francisco re-cannabis industry. Cannabis is going to be huge. Spaincoin chart, look at that again. I'm kind of gutted, I'm still gutted I didn't get into that. When I was talking about it as well, I was saying it was going to go up, but I couldn't get into it at the time. Okay, so that's the comments just now. We'll just go over and jump into the markets and just see what's happening in the marketplace just now. Okay, we have an overall market cap of 251 billion. It's gone up 3 billion since yesterday. Bitcoin dominance gone down ever so slightly to 67.7%. And the winners and losers. Who's the winners and losers? Bitcoin Cash is up, not by that much. Ogre, iExec, RLC, kind of I spoke about that last week and I said that was going to go up and called it 4,880. It has gone up to 6,200 and I expect it to double from here as well. iExec RLC, it's only about 30 million market cap at the minute. We'll just have a look, see what it is. Chiliz has gone up as well, 7.97%. Omisi Gold, KuCoin shares, Theta, IOTA, Steam, Electroneum, Ravencoin, Monero, all up, but not by that much. There's not a huge deal in it. iExec, 46 million market cap just now. So was it 25 million? Oh, it's because Bitcoin price, I was going to say, how's it jumped up so much? But the Bitcoin price has jumped up and obviously the Satoshi value has jumped up from 4,880 to 6,135. So I took profit on that call, RLC, I took 15% profit on that. That's my own personal trading account. Just started with $2,000 on the 8th of October. So I took 15% profit on that. I'm looking for, say, a 5 to 10% profit, but I'll ride it if it keeps on going. And that's iExec, and I do expect that to keep on going. iExec past the 10,000 Satoshi level. I think I've found another one similar to iExec as well, which I'll share with you. You probably know what it is. If you're in the premium group, you'll know what it is already. The coin that I'm talking about, or the project that I'm talking about. Okay, we'll look at all. Oh, I never looked at the kind of losers. Here's the losers. Swipe and Bytum down in double-digit reds, but again, not by that much. So it's not a big deal. Ontology, Elf, Neo, Nash, a lot of the kind of Chinese ones going down because they went up so much yesterday. So it's natural that they're coming back down. Okay, this is all of CoinMarketCap. We now have 3,047 cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap, and these are the ones that have traded over 10k volume over the last 24 hours. And we just look for kind of hidden gems here. Spiking, never heard of it, up 184% on 214,000 volume. Market cap of 1.4 million might be worth looking into. And these are the ones we're looking for. The ones that nobody's really talking about, but they've still got volume, and hopefully we'll catch it before it really takes off. Insurium is up 157%, 144,000 volume. Market cap 5.5 million. Acropolis we've seen before, up 151% on 500,000 volume nearly, 2.3 million. Bird Chain, 143% on 69,000 volume. Fusion, that's not a hidden gem. Go Network, up 69% on 363,000 volume, under 1 million. So Go Network as well. We'll look at Spiking as well. What else has got good volume? And Evedo, no. Card Vertical, 2.1 million, up 41% on 41,000 volume. Card Vertical, that's a big one. A lot of people were talking about last year. Okay, so look at a couple of these. Spiking, what is it? Aims to allow its users to mirror the trading activity of any whale and control their own segregated trading accounts directly. Spike will be the token that fuels the Spiking platform, gas. For new traders, Spiking will offer the assistance of RoboBull, a proprietary AI robot that creates a portfolio of different whales based on the trader's risk reward. That looks interesting actually. Up 84%, so it's come back down a wee bit. What markets is it on? CryptoNote, I haven't heard of them. COS, obviously heard of, but no trading volume there. So CryptoNote, don't know that at all. Social. So is that Chinese stock? It looks like it is. Need to check into that more. Could be interesting, that one. I like the sound of that actually. Go Network, massively down. BitForex, Hotbit, Bilaxi, IDEX, no volume there though, so it's BitForex. Social. We're just doing this very, very quickly. Market cap of under 1 million. So that could be a good one to look at as well. but it's massively down, as are a lot of others as well. Okay, crypto bubbles. We'll look at crypto bubbles, see what's going on in the crypto bubble world. Maybe I'll let us. There we go. Right, this is over the last hour, over the last 24 hours. I've kind of seen it already. What's happening? Theta up, Ogre is up, OMG, KCS, RLC, kind of all up. This is over the last 24 hours, which I've just shown you anyway. On the hour, so it's looking red on the hour. We'll look at the BTC, Satoshi, looking more green, Satoshi wise, so it looks the Bitcoin price is coming down. If all these ones are in the red. It's a big one. SXP swipe, but we've seen that as well. We'll look at the Fear and Greed Index. Is that for today? It's neutral still. 54. 54 at the minute. It's just upticking slightly to the greed side, but not by that much at all. And we'll also look at the TIE.io. And this is looking at market sentiment. I think this plays a big part, bigger than a lot of people realise. You can trade on just market sentiment alone. Not advisable. I'd rather do it on T8 written rather than news or fundamentals. Ethereum is going up in sentiment. Bitcoin is down slightly from yesterday in sentiment. Litecoin going up in sentiment. And Bitcoin SV, Tron is up as well, 66.93. This was at 77 yesterday before the big jump up as well. Bitcoin Cash just tipping over as well. XRP still low. Binance Coin still low as well. EOS still lowish, not by that much. So that is the TIE.io. Quite like looking at that as well. Just look at sentiment and looking more into that as well. I've never explored it too much. There's coins. We just want to go to this and see the high ones. Very high. So OMG is very high. IOTA is very high just now. A lot of people talking about that because of the news about IOTA as well. EGT is very high. Matrix Network, we spoke about that. It's another Chinese one. Sky, CRE as well. BCN. AION, WAN, INS, also high. So there's a few very high ones there in sentiment. So it might be worth looking at them just to see how they're doing. Right, go back to chat, see who else is in, if anybody. Hands are cold for some reason. Right, Crypto Don Juan, Crypto Rich soon, guys, hopefully. Hopefully G-Slick is in BKX. We'll look at that after the charts. One Southside player, we here. Excellent, good to see you here. Crypto Cannabis, David D, thanks for the heads up, brother. I've wrote it down and we'll definitely give it a search. I'm going to check that out as well again. The demo is tomorrow as a follow-up for the demo on Sunday. Okay, we'll check that out. Mike D, Dash is spiking. We'll check out on Dash. But the reason I'm kind of saying that is we're speaking about this before. So before I look at, myself and Mike were speaking about this before we came on air. Excellent. So it did get up to 807,000 Satoshi. It's jumping just now. So it looks like it is jumping. And I'll tell you why we said that in a second. I'll share with what Mike shared with me from Crypto Revolution. Chris at Crypto Revolution, if you've not checked him out, definitely check him out. He's one of the best YouTubers kind of out there in my opinion. Just type in Crypto Revolution and you'll find him. So we'll check that out in a wee second. In fact, I'll check out just now, one wee sec. I'll just jump over. It's going back to my face at the minute, just while I get this image up. Right, so I've got it up. So see if this is what myself and Mike were talking about. So this was, you probably know him as Crypto Bitcoin Chris, but is now Crypto Revolution. Excellent, brilliant guy, brilliant YouTuber. Love him to bits. I think he's excellent, so check him out. But he's kind of putting this up just now, and myself and Mike were talking about it and looking at XMR, EOS, and looking at the longs and the shorts. So longs is 70%. You can see this on the left hand side. This is longs. Shorts are on the right hand side. We were looking at Dash because it's 93% long, 7% short. I was looking at ETC as well, and we were looking at the kind of rules that we trade by as well. And there's only a couple of them that are up on the first rule that we've got. Dash not being one of them, but it could be climb to that to meet the first rule in the next couple of days as well. So Dash is going up. Interesting to see. So we'll just have a wee look at that just now. Yeah, it's climbing just now. And on the day, over the last 4 hours, climbed up 3.35%. Doesn't sound a lot, but it is quite a lot for a 4-hour jump. And it's coming up its all-time lows over the last day or so, about 5% so far. So that could be a big one to jump up. And the next level we're looking at for Dash would be around about the 850,000 Satoshi mark. Yeah. So looking at that, but if we look at the bigger picture for Dash, we'll go to the week. So you can see this is why kind of interested in these ones that are going to be around for a long time, still going to be around. Dash has been around forever and a day, but it's its all-time low just now. So if Bitcoin does start going up from here and it goes up to its all-time high, we're going to start seeing these ones like XRP, Dash, Ethereum, etc. They're going to start jumping, doubling up, 100%, 200%, 300%. This could be the start for Dash. It could be the start. But if you look at where it was, 2.6 million, and that was only back in April 2019. Not that far to get up there, but it does represent an increase of around 244%. So it could be worth getting into Dash just now. So that was an interesting conversation with Mike as well. I'm just looking at that. It'd be an interesting to keep an eye on those. Mike Smith is in the house. What do you think about TRX? TRX, I've said for about a month now that something could be happening with TRX. I like the look of it, and I thought Justin Sun was calming it down a bit. However, then he comes out with a tweet and says something's happening at the end of the month, an announcement of an announcement. I thought it calmed all that shit down. He's not, but he's starting to fulfill a bit of a promise that he had kind of beginning of the year, end of last year as well. Fusion on. So Fusion is up as well, obviously. Barbara Taylor, good morning from Florida. Go VeChain on the move again. VeChain was another one. I was looking at 37 Satoshi and I didn't get into VeChain. I was kicking myself for that as well. But there's only so many you can get into for trading. What's it at now? 45. That would have been a good jump as well. That's on a weekly. We'll go to the daily. Yeah, it says meeting the first rule. It's coming up to meet the first rule of trading, and I've no doubt that's going to jump up kind of big time as well. Up early or up late, Barbara, good to see you. B is in the house, back with us, good to see you. Andreas is in the house. Greg Samuel is with us, good to see you here. Honest Crypto Journey is back with us, good to see you, mate. Not been around much, work schedule, had to meet out early and been working like a dog all day long. That's why I need XRP to get its finger out. I need my life back. Yes, XRP is going to come. It's going to come soon. I've been saying that for months, but I do believe it's going to come. Okay, what is the Chinese? You probably know it. So let me know your guesses. What the Chinese project I'm talking about that's going to go up by 100%. Let me know in the comments if you think you know what it is. Those of you in the kind of premium group, you probably will know already. And I'll show you why I think it's going to jump up. And you might have guessed by the kind of thumbnail as well on the picture. So if you know what it is, let me know in the comments, and I'll just go down. DOMG, nope. I'll just go down, see if anybody. Gary Permenta has joined us, good to see you, mate. Tony P has joined us as well, good to see you as well. So keep guessing if you know what the Chinese project is that I think is going to jump by 100% over the next couple of... well, okay, so say before Christmas, but I'm going to say in the next couple of weeks. G-Slick, so if someone offered you 1 Bitcoin to get your back tattooed of a Bitcoin, would you do it? 1 Bitcoin, which could be worth $1 million, I think I would do it, yeah. I'd be tempted, probably would. Gary Pimenta, NRG having a trading competition on CoinOil Exchange. Minimum reward 40 NRG and max reward for 80 NRG purchase on this platform. Details on the energy. I don't like things like that. You know, these kind of trading competitions. I don't participate, don't like it, don't join in. I know a lot of people do, but I just think your energy could be going elsewhere into doing research or something like that. But it's good that they're doing this. I know why they're doing it. It's obviously from a marketing point of view. So from that point of view, it's quite good. Surprised XMR shorts aren't greater, even at 30% short. Monero privacy coin may have trouble moving forward. Yeah, I think the privacy coins are going to have trouble moving forward as well. Monero, obviously one of the oldest privacy ones, but yeah, I think so. Mike Smith, hello from Bath City. Dent won't budge, saying G-Slick, it won't. Pundit's got a new phone out. Gary Pimenta, Ontology, nope. G-Slick, Vet, nope. VR, Lambda, nope. It's not that as well. Okay, we're going to go to it just now, and then I'll give you my reasons why I think it's going to go up. It is Tail, or Wabi. Wabi, so we'll just kind of refresh that, see what it is just now. So I recommended this in the premium group at 1603 Satoshi. It's not up by that much from yesterday when I recommended it. And full disclosure, I'm in this just now. I'm trading it as part of my trading. I'm hoping to get at least 10-15% out of it, but I think it's going to double up to 100% over the coming kind of weeks and within a couple of months, I would say, but I think sooner than that. Okay, so if you don't know about Tail, it describes itself as a digital token used in Tail ecosystem of consumer products. Consumer goods inside the ecosystem are secured from counterfeit attempts through banking level tamper-proof NFC smart labels, and that's what the image was kind of on this thumbnail, which are linked to their digital representations on the blockchain. Consumers touch the label with their smartphones to verify a product's authenticity, discover the product's journey along the supply chain, and are rewarded for the purchases with the Tail token. And Tail is used as a payment method across the Tail ecosystem and its partners. So circulating supply, you've got 65% of the circulating of the total supply, which is 100 million. Just now, circulating supply is 65 million. Volume is good, 650,000. Got a market cap of only 10 million. So when I was looking at the kind of charts for the premium group, when I was looking at them, I was going through them and I seen this, and it kind of met the first criteria of the kind of rules, and I started to look into them and I thought, wow, this could be a really good one for kind of jumping up and quite quickly. And I'll show you the chart just now. So we're at 1632 just now. On the daily, it's crossed over. Volume is starting to climb up. We can see that it's just a slight uptick there, but over the last several days, the volume is starting to come back up again as well. So volume is not quite there yet, although I'd like a wee bit more volume, but I think it's going to get up there. And we also have the last crossover happened. We're talking about round about the beginning of the year, February 2019. And it kind of shot up to around about 10,000 Satoshi. It's now at 1,600 Satoshi. So levels for this from a TA point of view, we're looking at 1,900 for the first level to be broken. If that breaks, we're then looking at 2,125. But the interesting thing is from 2,125 up to 3,500 is no man's land. So it could shoot up very, very quickly to 3,500. And that's where the doubling comes in, the 100%. And then from there, we've got 4,189, then 4,600, and then onwards and upwards to around about the 10,000 level. Before that as well, we've got 5,000, 5,500. But this level here, the 3,500 level, if these two levels are broken, which I think they could be in the next couple of weeks, then we're looking at going up to 3,500 quite easily if Bitcoin behaves itself as well. So that's one of the reasons. We also have a tweet as well that I want you to look at, and if I can find it, I had it all set up there. That's not it. Oh, damn. Oh, there it is, I think. Is this a tweet? Yeah. So this is from Alex, a co-founder of TailPay. Something very big has just happened. It's just saying TailPay for real adoption. Obviously a bit Justin Sun-esque, but is there any more coming out from it? No. So they're wondering what's happened. This was a couple of hours ago, about 3 hours ago. And when that came out, when that tweet came out, it did shoot up to about 1730 Satoshi and subsequently came back down. But I expect this to go up again. 1643 just now. I do expect it to go up. As I said, it's crossed over and met the first rule of kind of trading. And it's looking good from there. And plus this kind of tweet that I kind of just showed you just now. And obviously it's a Chinese kind of project as well. Just very quick look at it. So I've just kind of told you what it is. They kind of put these smart labels on products and you can track its journey to make sure it's authentic. They're doing it with milk. They're doing it with a lot of stuff. They've got Tech Rock there as well. There's kind of 4 major areas of it. And it just says you can scan it, obviously. And once you scan it, you actually get tail tokens as well, or tail tokens as well. User growth is going up exponentially all the time, month on month. And we've got here 440 regions with active consumers, and the spread of tail users covers every province in China. This is what kind of interests me as well. So it's big in China at the moment, and they're bringing on partners all the time. Partners recruiting, Nestle, MUFG, Binance obviously, Nature's Care as well. It's been on BBC, Reuters, Business Insider, nothing much there. But I really like the look of this. And I've never really looked at it before. It was only because it came on my radar when I was checking all the charts and looking at what could jump up over the next kind of couple of weeks. And then when I looked into it more, I thought, oh, this could actually be a little kind of hidden gem. Not quite hidden gem as I would normally say. Normally I say a hidden gem is under kind of $5 million market cap, but $10 million market cap, not that much at all. I think it could do really, really well over the coming months. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Tail or Wabi. But I think it could easily double within the next couple of weeks, month or so as well. So we'll see what happens. But I'm not suggesting you buy it. And as I said, I've got it as well. So I'm biased towards it. And obviously I'm going to look for good news towards it as well. But it was just because it met the first criteria of my trading strategy that came on my radar. So let me know what you think about that, and if you've got any others as well. We'll look at some news as well. That was Tail. What's I'm looking at there? Okay, some news. Somebody was talking about Tron. Tron spikes 90% following Justin Sun's protocol update news. So Tron will partner with 100 billion USD mega corporation next week, not only benefit TRX but all TRC20 tokens. I've told you about this as well, TRC10, TRC20 tokens, which includes WIN as well. And I've got WIN, I kind of sold out XRP, kind of told you the story about that as well. Stupidly, or rather I kind of took a risk and the risk didn't pay off this time. Although in the long run it might pay off. I'm still liking the look of WIN just now. We'll just see where WIN is at the moment, and we'll look at WIN. That's up to 1604, which is good. It was down at 13 something. A low at 1198 was down at, so it jumped up about 30%, which is good, which I'm glad to see actually. And I've got about 34 million, just over 34,200. So I've got about 5,485. That was down at $4,000 worth last week. And it started off at 16,000, about $17,000 when I sold out of XRP. Rather silly, taking a risk, hoping to get more XRP. It didn't work out, but it might work out in the long run. We'll see. I'll need to wait and see about that as well. So that's where kind of Tron is just now. And Tron is doing really well as well. You've seen TRX, BTC. How's it doing? 221 just now. and it crossed over at 175, broke out that triangle that we were talking about a couple of months ago, big time, and we said it could get to 182. It did at the time, so that worked out a really good trade if you got into that. So Tron is doing well. Still a long way to go to reach its kind of highs of this year. You just look at the highs of this year, 822. You've got about 300% increase to get to get to the highs of this year. And overall highs 1083, probably more than that, about 2000 all-time high. So Tron could be doing really well. Backed to launch crypto consumer app next year with Starbucks being its first partner. So the ICE venture backed, which launched daily physically settled Bitcoin futures contracts, has announced it will launch a crypto consumer app next year. And WorldClose reads, we'll be launching a consumer app to make it easier for consumers to discover and unlock the value of digital assets, as well as ways in which they can transact or track them. Merchants gain access to a broader set of customers with expanded spending power. So talking about the first partnership with Starbucks. So somebody was asking on another kind of video, on another kind of YouTube channel, would anybody use to buy a cup of coffee? Would anybody use Bitcoin to buy a cup of coffee? I think so. I think so, because it's such a small amount, because you're talking about $5 or something just to buy it. You don't think as much about the Bitcoin price. If the Bitcoin price is $10,000 just now and you buy a $5 cup of coffee with your Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin shoots up to kind of $40,000, you don't think, oh shit, I bought a cup of coffee and it was actually $20 instead of $5. So I think for small purchases like that, I think it's going to work out well for Bitcoin for mass adoption for small purchases. But if we're looking at bigger purchases, the likes of kind of a car, for example, so if you're buying a car for $20,000, I don't think you'd use Bitcoin to buy a car or a house or something like that, because if Bitcoin was at $10,000 and you bought a car for $20,000, you spend 2 Bitcoin on it, but in the future it could be worth $40,000, so you've really paid like $80,000 for the car or something. So for big purchases, I don't think Bitcoin is going to be used, but for small purchases like this, it could be for tipping as well, if the speed is there. Once the speed comes up, and that's going to come, it's just a matter of tech catching up with what needs to happen. And the likes of Starbucks, I think people will use it, and I think this is where the mass adoption could come in as well. So this could be really good. Now, a lot of people are going to underplay this, but I think this could be really, really good for Bitcoin, for mass adoption. So as I said, a lot of people are kind of underestimating the power of what could happen here once small payments are being used for Bitcoin as well. What are the news? We're looking at Tron, second in latest China rankings. President looks into blockchain. So talking about the China rankings here, we kind of looked at these yesterday. Tron was second there. We've got nulls, obviously biased towards the kind of Chinese projects. EOS, nulls, Qtum, Neo, Nebulous Ontology. So there's a lot in there as well. So Tron is at the second. So Tron is getting a lot of attention at the moment. This was something, there's a mass public unrest in France, Hong Kong, Spain, Algeria, Iraq, Lebanon, Egypt, Venezuela, Chile, Ecuador and Bolivia. But a real protest is with your money. Why fund your oppressors through inflation? Bitcoin is the first provably scarce liquid asset ever. Why not use it? So I think there's a big point here. And we're seeing a lot of unrest around the world just now, which is not good to see actually, but we are seeing more and more unrest around the world. And people turning to, because of hyperinflation, a lot of countries and kind of cities as well, a lot of people are turning to Bitcoin as well. So it's going to be another use case, but I wouldn't like to see all the unrest happening in the world just so Bitcoin can be adopted. But I think it does highlight why we need kind of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in particular. I think that's it. We'll look at what's happening on Binance, and then I'll get to some of your comments and the charts as well. So Luna has done well. It's up 28%. It went up about 50% before coming back down again. So it wouldn't actually just be meeting the first criteria. for the trading rules. So it could be just a kind of flash in the pan just now. It could be a pump and dump. Need to wait and see what happens. Tomo Chain is up. Somebody was speaking about that yesterday. Tomo Chain come out with some news and it jumped up kind of big time as well. AMB Ambrosis is back up again, and that went up big time. That was one of the ones early on that called out, and it went up 140%. Yeah, called out on the 3rd of October at 222, went up 140%. It's not really come back down since then. And just bounced off the 50 EMA, really. That's what it's done. Kava is up, that's a new one that's just on. TFU's starting to move, Band is up as well. RLC, still think that's got a lot of legs left in it to get to 10,000 Satoshi. Kind of should have stayed in that longer term, but taken a 15% out, which is still good, but could have had more. So there's a lot of up and coming ones. Okay, let's get to the Bitcoin chart. Just now, that's VChain, BTC, USD. So as you can see on the daily, we're at 9,410 at the moment. So this is going really slow just now. But I'm just going to see if we're still live or not. We're having some work done in the building, so I don't know if this is to do with it. Just make sure everything is live. Yeah, we're still good. We're still good. So Bitcoin, yeah, crossed over 70. There we go. So 9,402. We need to keep above these levels just now. I don't know why this is sticking. I'm on my laptop just now. If there's any problems there. I'm just going to go back to the chat area, I think, because this, I don't know if it's the Brave browser or the internet connection that's going down. Go back to the chat area before I lose you. Okay. Oh well, why didn't anyone say TRX? And this is for the Chinese project I was talking about. DVR38, thanks for looking at speculative opportunity, but I don't really know much about it. So I'm in either, seems very volatile. Digibyte can now send or tag a file or MP4 file in the Digi Asset tokens. Excellent. Just like you haven't mentioned Digibyte for a while now, so it's good that you're back. B, if Louis Vuitton buys Tiffany's, VChain will explode. I think VChain is going to kind of explode. Anyway, Dragon Chain up 25%. Excellent. Another kind of Chinese one project. Is rumoured to buy Tiffany's, but do we have credible info that LVMH and CET are heavily partnered? Sources that would be good news. What's the link between Tiffany's and VChain? VET, not CET, yep. Hi Steve, Digibyte project's looking very promising. Peter J. I've never looked into Digibyte for, well, no, G-Slick is the one to kind of always talk about Digibyte, but it does look good. How does it look on the charts, Digibyte? I don't know if this is going to stick, so you need to bear with me. I think it might be the Brave browser actually. It's not looking that great actually. Not the day it's crossed down over, it looks as if it's going to go down a wee bit more. But long term, I think Digibyte's going to do okay. But we're coming down to its all-time low actually, so I need to be careful with Digibyte. Area the launch of Shelly in November, that's going to jump big time. Cardano. VChain are doing a product security on the blockchain to stop fakes. Honest Crypto Journey, feeling very bullish on XRP with Swell coming up November 7. Typically XRP is a pump a week before, with Ripple's current fundamentals, new partnership and RippleNet's rebranding primed to blow. Indeed it is. XRP BTC. 3,161 just now. So I was kind of having a conversation with DJ the other day and he's kind of posted a chart on XRP thinking it could blow up. but we both kind of agreed that it could come down before it goes up, so it might be coinciding with the swell event. So it could come down over the next couple of days, and then that'll be the catalyst for it jumping up big time. So even at these prices, I'll still be accumulating at these prices just now, because I think this could go up to $1 quite easily when it does start to go. Purely, as I said, I've been talking about for ages, because of the foundations and the network. Everything is in place, everything is primed and ready for XRP to kind of explode. I'm going to use that word. I don't use it kind of all the time, but I think it could really explode past the dollar level if we're talking in kind of dollar terms. But as I said, I don't like using that. I'd rather look at the Satoshi value. So we could be going up to 10,000 Satoshi for XRP soon, methinks. I hope XRP moons after swell, hopefully. Black screen, somebody's saying I've got black screen. Okay, we'll just check that out. So it is. It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, Future will experience buffering. So obviously hopefully you can still hear me. Okay. I'll just see. Right, one sec. I'll just see if we can get this back. Right, hopefully, can you hear me now? Alright, hopefully you should be able to hear me now. No sound, sound is gone. Okay, now. It should be okay. I think that was my fault there. It was nothing to do with the system. That was my fault because I turned everything off. Right, should be sound now. Yes, excellent. Okay, we're going to start singing for you there just to test it. That was it. Okay, somebody was saying, okay, we'll look at ecom. And look to ecom, Omnitude. I don't think that'll be on the main charts. I think Brave Browser is not working properly either. And plus they're doing work on our building here. Yeah, there was a big pump and dump, up to 18 million. So it went up by 8x, and then came right back down. That's just not a good sign. 181,000 volume, markets, Bitforex. It doesn't really tell you much about it there. Charts. 4 cents. What was it before it kind of pumped? Around about the same, 4 cents. So I don't know too much about it, so I can't really comment on it, to be honest. Rowan Rocker, damn, you're having some tech issues. Yeah. Turn it up, Steve. Hopefully it should be okay now. Yeah, volume should be okay. The volume levels should be okay now. Video and audio, good. BKX, that was it, BKX. BKX, BankX, 1.1 million, 120,000 volume. That's good for a small project like that. It has been up to 35 million, so 35x from here. Markets, OKX is on good markets as well. Hotbit, Upbit, Bittrex as well. BankX Social. Neobanking on Telegram Messenger via main wallet bot, your nickname. Ah, cool. October the 24th. Nothing knows SEO regulations explained. DeFi has become popular, so it's a part of the DeFi project, which is a good thing. Ah, that looks interesting. That's not the same one as we kind of looked at before. There's something else similar to this as well. Ah, interesting. I'm just going to bookmark this. Maybe not. I'll bookmark it just now. Right. Thanks for that, G-Slick. YRX up 50% today. Didn't like how they done the. It wasn't an ICO as such that they done. It was an IEO. Didn't like the way they done that, but it's up 58% just now. And I tried to get in on the YRX IEO. Just there's something kind of happened. Those technical issues. I think I can't remember why I didn't get in. It's not really changed much until now, and I wonder why. I wonder what the news is. We'll see on the social. There's no social there. Yeah. But it's jumped up 50%. 58%, which is amazing. Right, I think that's it for today. Let's have a look at the BTC chart again. 9396, so it's coming down slightly. The volume is still up, which is good. Well, it's going up, which is good since here. Let's make sure we're still okay. Yep, all good. And just have a look at what is. Gas is going up. Hot chillers is up. VChain. Wabi is now 1649. As I said, this is the one I expect to go up by 100%. So looking at 3,200 or something. For that, 3,300 for it to go up 100%. But I don't expect it to be overnight. I think it's going to start moving up over the kind of week. I'm just going to see if there's anything else from Tailpay. That is October the 23rd. So no doubt we'll find out what this is. Hopefully over the course of today. Right, safe trading guys. That's from B. Cheers Steve. Thank you very much B, and thanks for joining us. Okay, I'll leave it there just now. Thank you very much for joining me for a wee bit of coffee and some crypto chat as well. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you like these videos, go down to the like button and hit that like button. It does help the channel. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, no, tomorrow I won't, because they're cutting off the electricity tomorrow to the whole building that we're in just now. They're doing some work, they're upgrading the electricity kind of wires or something. So tomorrow I'll probably not be here. I don't know what time they're going to start, but I suspect it's early in the morning from what we've been told. So I might not be here tomorrow. So just I'll put up a notes in the chat as well. If you're in the kind of free group or the premium group, I'll let you know in there as well. But if you want to join the free group, there's a link down below as well to join the free group, and you can join us over in the premium group as well. You get three videos as well. If you want to kind of sign up for that, there's a link down below for that as well. So I might not be here tomorrow, possibly. Okay, hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, we'll be on Thursday. But until the next time I see you, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because